So, hello, namaste, namaskar, good afternoon, good morning, or maybe even good evening in whichever part of the world you are joining us from. My name is Deepakar Khemani, and I am one of the co founders of Bloom. Along with our other two co founders, Payal and Abhijit, it gives me immense pleasure welcoming you all to our 294th
हेलो हाँ अच्छा
294th
दोस्तों दो
non-stop
एक
Sunday
भगवत
Bloom Talk Show. For the past 294 weeks, every Sunday, come rain or shine, online or offline, we have been here talking to people, talking to change makers, talking to people who are making a difference in other people's lives. In that journey, we have had international speakers, coaches, trainers, athletes, doctors, nurses, politicians, army people, you name it, and they have graced our platform. In fact, all seven continents of the world have been represented on the Sunday Bloom Talk Show. Very soon, we will be coming to our 300th, yes, 300th episode coming up in the next 6 weeks. Till we reach there, today we have a very special guest who is joining us, CA Pramod Jain, and he's going to be talking on a very special topic. Let me ask Abhijit to take over from here, introduce him, and start the show. Over to you, Abhijit.
So, welcome Pramod ji. I think you just said he's a CA. He's a CA. He's a cost accountant. He's a company secretary. He's a lawyer. He's a CFA. He's an MBA, and I stop at that. So that's great enough. I know when I did my CA and then I did my LLB, it was very tough to even complete my LLB because the concentration was also not there. So, Pramodji, how did you manage all this first?
Uh, First of all, let me thank all of you for having me here. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to be share a little bit about myself through this program. And incidentally, I was in Mumbai for our last get together. That was my first interaction, and it was truly phenomenal. Abhijit, while coming to the completing of these courses, somehow from the very beginning, I mean, from my childhood, the desire to learn was completely unsatiable. You know, I always wanted to learn more and more and more and more, and that is how kept on, adding all these qualifications because every time you do some course, you learn new things actually. And to be very honest and very frank with you, it is not all that difficult as it may appear. Once you have a determination कि नहीं ये करना है, तो फिर मैंने देखा है कि वो automatically हो जाता है. Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, Deepak bhai.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Abhijit, go ahead.
fine. So, one, how did you become an author? And what was the selection of the topic? You are a winner. Any thoughts on that?
Yes, I think that's a very good question, Abhijit bhai. Somehow, to share it with you, uh, I was in a boarding in Jaipur, and the seeds of yoga, meditation, and pranayama were planted at that stage. So when I was in boarding and I was in ninth standard that time, we used to have yoga sessions every day in the morning. And I was in Adarsh Vidya Mandir school in Jaipur. I'm so proud of being there. So somehow that seed was planted at that time, and with God's grace, the seed kept on flowering, 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 and the realization dawned on me one day that this life is so precious, and the only way in which this life has to be lived is to be in bliss, happiness, and ecstasy. There is no other option in which to live this life. It's so precious. And therefore, I kept on somehow devoting myself to spirituality, went into Osho, did the program with Sri Ravi Shankar, did the Vipassana from Igatpuri twice, and many other courses of this kind. And it's not that I kept on doing these courses, but what is more important is I kept on practicing them. And when I practice them, and I'm sure this must be experience of every one of you as well, a lot of good thoughts keep coming to your mind. When there's a purity of mind, so a lot of positive thoughts keep coming in your mind. And that is how, when I was working with ArcelorMittal, uh, which is the world's largest steel and mining company, and I was there as global head for learning and development and finance. So I kept on practicing and kept on getting good ideas. Somehow the flair for skilling is flair for writing was always there. So whenever a good thought would cross my mind, what I would do, I would immediately, make a note on some paper at that time, and then would write a detailed note on that particular thought which crossed my mind, and then kept on compiling over the years. And then one day, a thought, whenever I would deliver the programs, and I was fortunate to deliver my programs all over the globe, uh, delivering programs in America, Russia, Asia, Africa, Middle East, Europe. So, people would ask me, and incidentally, let me also mention this. I'm a marathoner. I have run more than 100 marathons,
Wow.
including the Mumbai Full Marathon. I'm a cyclist. I have cycled Europe. I have cycled Pune to Goa, cycled Pune to Pandharpur, Pune to Shirdi, and Pune to Lonavala so many times. And plus, I play golf. I play squash very regularly. I'm also into trekking. Have trekked the Himalaya thrice, and plus have authored these two books. The first one was Finance for Value Creation. So whenever I would deliver these programs all over the globe, people will always ask me, how do you do this? कैसे कर पाते हो ये सब? So to tell them as to how I am able to all this in a short duration of 5 or 10 minutes was just next to impossible. So having written my first book, that is Finance for Value Creation, a thought crossed my mind one day that why not to write a full book, uh, which is then readily available for the benefit of everyone. And this thought that you are a born winner was always there in my mind. And I'm sure we all belong to the same, we are the travelers of the same path. And I'm sure all of you would have experienced it so many times that truly every one of us on this earth is a born winner. परमेश्वर ने हमको वो सब कुछ दे के भेजा है जो कि जिंदगी को मस्त रहने के लिए, खुश रहने के लिए, हैप्पी रहने के लिए, ब्लिसफुल स्टेट में रहने के लिए, आनंद में रहने के लिए चाहिए, वो सब कुछ उसने दे के भेजा है. तो फिर मुझे लगा कि व्हाई नॉट टू पेन इट डाउन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ बुक. And that's how the thought crossed my mind. So all that which I had written over the years, over about 20 years, one day with the help of my son, my elder son Swapnil, who is now in America, I with the help of his help edited that book and got it published. And this is how this book came into the existence.
Great. So let's go more deeper in this topic. You're born a winner. Is everyone born a winner? So what's the definition of a winner? And if everyone is born a winner, then why are everyone or why is everybody not winning?
Fantastic. I think that's an absolutely fabulous question. And that is why, if you see, the title of the book is not merely "You're a born winner." The title of the book is "You are a born winner, just be aware of it." So the second line of the title is "Just be aware of it." And that is what is, truly speaking, more important. Every one of us are a born winner. There is no doubt about it. The only problem is we are not aware. So when I say we are not aware, that means we, all of most of us are not aware of the four key assets the Almighty sends us with ऑन दिस अर्थ। तो परमेश्वर जब हमको दुनिया में भेजता है तो चार बेशकीमती चीजें हमारे साथ में भेजता है। एंड वो जो चार बेशकीमती चीजें हैं, extremely precious, invaluable assets that the Almighty sends us on this earth with, are with every one of us, without any doubt, and in the same quantum. In my programs, I always ask this question, and as to what these four assets are, and invariably, I have seen people have no answer. And since people do not have that answer, and that is the reason they are not able to use these four assets for being a winner. So, firstly, before I come to these four assets, let me give you my definition of winner. So, winner is not the one who defeats others. तो विनर वो नहीं है जो औरों को हराता है, विनर वो है जो औरों को जिताता है. So, winner is one who makes others win, and that is my definition of winner. My definition of winner is a giver. विनर कौन है? विनर देने वाला है, जो देता है वो विनर है. And that is what is my definition of winner. And why do I say this? And that is because giving is the universal principle. Giving is the universal principle. We all experience it every day. The sun gives us light. The moon gives us moonlight. Stars give us light. Trees give us fruit. पेड़ पौधे हमको फल देते हैं, सब्जियां देते हैं. नदी हमको पानी देती है, बादल हमको पानी देते हैं, मदर अर्थ हमको पता नहीं क्या क्या देती है. And not a single time they send us an invoice at the end of the month. Sun sending us an invoice to us at the end of the month and saying कि भाई आपने ये महीने में इतना पावर यूज किया है, मेरा इतना अकाउंट पैसा मेरे अकाउंट में डाल दो. So the entire universe is working on the principle of giving, and that is the principle that the winners use. So that is what my definition is. Winner is not the one who defeats others. Winner is the one who makes others win. So winner is a giver. Now, having understood this definition by myself, then I also realized these four assets. And you know what these four assets are? These four assets are, number one, or maybe I can ask all of you, in case you would like to share as to what are your four most precious things that you have, every one of us. You may like to share.
One is the capacity to think, I would say, reason.
Wonderful.
The capacity to work hard.
Wonderful.
I would say the capacity to be of service to others. And I think being grateful and staying humble. So some personal virtues, I think, alongside. And continuously learning.
You're right. Okay. Very good. Very nice. Anyone else? और इंटरेस्टिंगली ये जो चार एसेट्स हैं, जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया कि परमेश्वर ये चार एसेट्स हमको एकदम बराबर से देके भेजता है. एक 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 है ना, एक कहना जो डॉट के बराबर भी डिफरेंशिएट नहीं करता. जितनी मुझे दी है उतनी हम सबको दी है, उतनी दुनिया के सारे लोगों को दी है. और हम जिंदगी में कितना आगे जाते हैं ये डिपेंड करता है कि ये हम चार एसेट्स का कितना बढ़िया इस्तेमाल करते हैं और इन चार एसेट्स को कितना बढ़िया तरह से कैरी करते हैं, इनका यूज करते हैं, इनको यूटिलाइज करते हैं. अनफॉर्चुनेटली 95% of the people, firstly, they are not aware as to what these four assets are. And since they are not aware as to what these four assets are, one or two of them people generally would know, but the key ones people will not know. And since they are not aware as to what their assets are, obviously they live their life in misery, as Abhijit Bhai was really truly asking as to, despite the fact that everyone is a winner, how is that people live in misery? So the first and foremost asset that the Almighty has given to every one of us, and that is our body. Yes or no?
Yes.
I think all of us have a body. Is there
Yes.
anyone on this group who is not in the body? Please take your hand up. तो सबसे पहली जो एसेट हमको परमेश्वर दुनिया में देके भेजता है, दैट इज अवर बॉडी. और देखिए, ये दुनिया में जब से ये दुनिया बनी है तब से लेके आज तक कितने कितने काम हुए हैं, और कितने कितने काम हुए हैं, और वो जो भी काम हुए हैं वो किसी ना किसी बॉडी के माध्यम से हुए हैं. सो एवरी ग्रेट डीड और व्हाटएवर हैज बीन डन ऑन दिस अर्थ, इट हैज ऑलवेज बीन डन in through some body. सो हमारी सबसे पहली एसेट है हमारी बॉडी। क्या मतलब है कहने का? कहने का मतलब ये है कि हम अपने 70 80 90 100 साल के जीवन में जो भी हासिल करेंगे, ये बॉडी के माध्यम से हासिल करेंगे। और मैं आपको बताऊं कि दुनिया में अगर कोई ऑटोमेटिक मशीन रियली में है, if really there is an automatic machine existing anywhere in the world or in the entire existence, it is on the chair on which you are sitting. So the only automatic machine on this earth is the one which is the one that is the chair on which you are sitting. Why? दुनिया की कोई भी मशीन हो, उसको चलाने के लिए आपको प्लग इन करना पड़ता है, बटन दबाना पड़ता है, तब जाके वो मशीन चालू होती है। दुनिया की कोई भी मशीन हो, लेकिन ये जो आपकी ऑटोमेटिक मशीन है, इस मशीन को चालू करने के लिए कहीं प्लग इन नहीं करना पड़ता है, कहीं बटन नहीं दबाना पड़ता है। एक बार खाना खा लिए तो पेट को बोलना नहीं पड़ता है, शरीर को बोलना नहीं पड़ता है कि भाई मैंने खाना खा लिया है, अब तू इसको डाइजेस्ट करना शुरू कर। आपने खाना खाया, खाया तो छोड़िए, आपने खाना खाना शुरू किया, और जैसे ही आपने खाना खाना शुरू किया, ये मशीन ऑटोमेटिकली उस खाने को डाइजेस्ट करने का प्रोसेस चालू कर देती है। डाइजेशन का मैं एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, लेकिन बहुत सारे काम है जो बॉडी करती है। दुनिया की सारी मशीन्स में एक ही तरह का रॉ मटेरियल डाला जा सकता है, लेकिन ये एक ऐसी मशीन है, इसमें दुनिया भर का रॉ मटेरियल जाता है, और ये मशीन वो सारे दुनिया भर के रॉ मटेरियल को प्रोसेस करती है। हमारा लीवर अकेला 500 डिफरेंट तरह के हार्मोन्स को सेक्रीट करता है। 500 हार्मोन्स आर सेक्रेटेड बाय आवर लीवर, एंड दैट इज द बॉडी दैट वी हैव। सो व्हाट वी हैव टू बी अवेयर ऑफ, वी हैव टू बी अवेयर ऑफ कि हम दुनिया में जब तक हैं, जो भी हासिल करेंगे ये बॉडी के माध्यम से हासिल करेंगे। और अगर हमको ये बॉडी के माध्यम से हासिल करना है, तो हमको क्या समझना है? हमको ये समझना जरूरी है कि जैसे दुनिया की सारी मशीनों को मेंटेन करना पड़ता है, ताकि वो मशीन बराबर आउटपुट दें, बराबर क्वालिटी दें। इसका मतलब ये है कि ये जो मशीन है, ये जो दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी ऑटोमेटिक मशीन है, इस मशीन को भी मेंटेन करना बहुत जरूरी है। मेंटेन करना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि अगर हम इस मशीन को मेंटेन नहीं करेंगे, तो या तो मशीन इसका आउटपुट गड़बड़ हो जाएगा, या फिर ये मशीन काम करने में गड़बड़ करेगी, या फिर इसकी जो यील्ड है, एफिशिएंसी है, वो कम हो जाएगी, या फिर हो सकता है कि ये मशीन पूरी तरह से कोलैप्स ही हो जाए, कोलैप्स ही हो जाए। एक छोटी सी स्टोरी बताता हूँ कि why it is important for all of us to be aware, and that is what I have covered in my book, You Are a Born Winner. Why it is important for every one of us to ensure that we maintain this body very well. You know, once we all know Pandit Bhimsen Joshi. He is from Pune. He was from Pune, and he is a Bharat Ratna, and we are so proud of him. So Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, when he was a small child, he went to a college ground, playground. There's a college called SP College, and I'm sure many of you would have heard of this college,
Yeah,
SP
yes.
College, and many of you would have been there also for something or the other. So when Pandit Bhimsen Joshi must have been of the age of about 12 years, and he went to the playground of SP College, where few children were playing soccer. तो पंडित भीमसेन जोशी छोटे से बच्चे थे, और वो जो सारे बच्चे जो सॉकर खेल रहे थे उनके पास में गए, और उनको बोले कि मुझे भी फुटबॉल खेलना है। तो वो जो बच्चे थे उन्होंने कहा कि भीमिया तू काय करतो इकडे? तुला तर संगीतकार व्हायचे ना, तू घरी जा, तुझा अभ्यास कर, इकडे काय करतो? सो ऑल दी बॉयज सेड, भीमसेन तू क्या कर रहा है यहाँ पे? तुझे तो संगीतकार बनना है, यू वांट टू बिकम ए सिंगर, यू गो होम एंड डू योर प्रैक्टिस। Pandit Bhimsen Joshi said, yes, I want to become a singer. And not only I want to become a singer, but I want to sing for a long time in my life. And for singing long time in my life, it is important for me that I must keep myself fit. And that is the significance of this body. And that is the significance of keeping fit. So that is number one. And that is the first and the foremost precious asset that the Almighty has given. अब देखिए, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं ये शरीर बॉडी है, ये जो शरीर है, इज दिस बॉडी दैट वी हैव, इज इट एन एसेट और इज इट ए लाइबिलिटी? सो इट विल डिपेंड। इफ वी मेंटेन दिस एसेट वेल, if we maintain the body well, it is an asset. But if you don't maintain this body well, the same body becomes a liability. And that is what we need to become aware. And that is what I have tried to convey through my book, You Are a Born Winner. Before I come to the second asset, I think you wanted to ask me something in between. So please go ahead.
No, so you can uh, continue the four assets.
Okay.
We are all, I think, more curious to know that.
Okay. Okay. So the second asset that the Almighty has given to every one of us, and सिकंदर सिकंदर का नाम हम सभी ने सुना है. सिकंदर came from यूनान for winning the entire world. तो यूनान से निकला सिकंदर पूरी दुनिया जीतने के लिए, और उसने पूरी दुनिया जीती. पूरी दुनिया जीतने के बाद, आफ्टर विनिंग द एंटायर वर्ल्ड, सिकंदर वाज रिटर्निंग बैक टू यूनान. यूनान के लिए लौटता था वापस सिकंदर, और गुजरता था हिंदुस्तान से. So when he was passing through India, unfortunately, he fell sick. So when he fell sick, he called all his Vaidyas, he called all his doctors and told all his doctors, I am not well, please check me and do something to cure me. तो वैद्यों ने सिकंदर की हालत को चेक किया, उसकी नब्ज देखी, उसकी नाड़ी देखी, और वो सब देखने के बाद उन्होंने सिकंदर से कहा, सिकंदर, वी आर वेरी सॉरी, तुम बहुत बीमार हो, बहुत बीमारी नहीं हो, पर इतने बीमार हो कि तुम कुछ समय के मेहमान हो और तुम इस दुनिया से अब चल बसने वाले हो. तो सिकंदर ने कहा, डॉक्टर डू समथिंग, कुछ करिए, कुछ करिए, मेरी माँ यहाँ से 1 घंटे की डिस्टेंस पे है. डू समथिंग so that I am able to reach to my mother before I close my eyes forever and put my head in the feet of my mother. Please do something. And doctor said, Sikandar, we are sorry. We just cannot do anything. Sikandar said, doctors, मैं तुमको मेरी आधी रियासत दे दूंगा. I will give half of my empire. Do something. And the doctor said, Sikandar, you talk of giving half of your empire. Even if you give whole of your empire, we cannot given you one extra breath. हम तुम अगर तुम्हारी पूरी रियासत भी हमको दे दो, तो भी हम तुमको एक श्वास नहीं दे सकते. And friends, that is what we need to remember. The Almighty, when He sends us on this earth, वो हमारी उम्र सालों में तय नहीं करता, वो हमारी उम्र महीनों में तय नहीं करता, दिनों में तय नहीं करता, हफ्तों में तय नहीं करता, घंटों में तय नहीं करता, मिनट्स में तय नहीं करता, सेकंड्स में तय नहीं करता. परमात्मा हमारी उम्र तय करता in terms of the number of breath. So the second most precious asset of every one of us is our breath. And as a matter of fact, what we are nothing but the breath that is coming and going from this body and in this body. And that is the most precious asset. And why it is the most precious asset? And that is because until the time this breath is there, we are there.
Yeah.
Once this breath is gone, we are also gone. कई बार आपसे कुछ लोगों ने सवाल पूछा होगा, या ये सवाल आपके मन में भी आया होगा कि वेयर आर वी इन अवर बॉडी, हम हमारे शरीर में कहां पर हैं. एंड रिमेंबर, वी आर इन अवर बॉडी in the form of this breath that we take, or not, we don't take, it is happening. We are not taking, it is just happening. And please remember, this breath is not merely a breath. This breath is a magnetic field. ये जो हमारी श्वास है, जो कि हमको दिखती भी नहीं है और इतनी छोटी सी लगती है, लेकिन ये जो श्वास है, ये श्वास एक बहुत बड़ा मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है. मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है, इसका मतलब क्या? इसका मतलब ये कि इस श्वास के ऊपर हमारे जन्मों जन्मों के संस्कार प्रिंटेड है. सारा जो हमारा रिकॉर्ड है, जो भी हमने अच्छा किया है, बुरा किया है, वो सारा के सारा ये श्वास के ऊपर रिकॉर्डेड है. इसलिए जब हम शरीर छोड़ते हैं, या हमारी श्वास जब निकल जाती है शरीर से, तो हमारा जो भी पूरा रिकॉर्ड है, वो सारा इस श्वास के साथ चला जाता है. बताने के लिए बहुत कुछ है, पर समय की मर्यादा है. पर एक छोटी सी और बात बताता हूँ आपको बोलते बोलते. कि कई बार लोग बात करते हैं कि जब आदमी श्वास छोड़ के जाता है, ऊपर जाता है, और ऊपर वहां पर चित्रगुप्त बैठे हैं, और वो चित्रगुप्त आपका अकाउंट खोल के बताते हैं कि आपने अच्छा किया है क्या बुरा किया है, और उसके बेसिस पर यमराज फैसला करते हैं कि आपको आपका अगला क्या होना चाहिए. सो प्लीज रिमेंबर, देर इज नो चित्रगुप्त सिटिंग एनीवेयर. There is no Chitragupta sitting anywhere. The Chitra that is mentioned in the Chitragupta, the Chitra is nothing but it our Chitta. तो वो और कुछ नहीं है, हमारा चित्त है. और जो हमारा वो चित्त है, उस हमारे चित्त पर हमारे सारे कर्मों की रिकॉर्डिंग होती है. और वो रिकॉर्डिंग इस तरह से होती है कि वो सारी गुप्त रहती है. दुनिया को तो मालूम होने की बात दूर हो गई, वो हमको खुद को भी मालूम नहीं होता है कि हमारे चित्त पर क्या क्या रिकॉर्डिंग हो गई है. एंड दैट इज वाई our Chitragupta is nothing but it is our chitta on which all the recordings are done, and based on the karma that we have done, then our next janma is decided. So coming back to the second most precious thing, and that is the swasa. इसका मतलब क्या है friends? And I am sure all of you must have experienced millions of times in your life. हमारे मन की स्थिति और हमारे श्वास की जो सिचुएशन है, it is directly interconnected. The state of our mind and the breathing that we do are closely interconnected.
Yes.
Closely
Yes,
meaning they
yes.
are totally, completely interconnected. तो जैसी हमारे मन की स्थिति होती है, वैसी हमारी श्वास होती है. क्या मतलब है कहने का? कि जब आपको गुस्सा आ रहा है, तो आपकी श्वास कैसी होती है? आपकी श्वास उछली उथली होती है, रैपिड होती है, जल्दी जल्दी होती है, हड़बड़ी वाली होती है, हफेजार्ड होती है, इरेटिक होती है. लेकिन जब आप मस्त हैं, स्वस्थ हैं, प्रसन्न हैं, आनंद में हैं, तब आपकी श्वास कैसी होती है? तब आपकी श्वास स्थिर होती है, स्टेडी होती है, लंबी होती है, गहरी होती है. सो व्हाट इज द मैसेज that we need to draw from this particular discussion? And that is, remember, our mental state and the our breathing pattern are interconnected. यानी कि जैसा हमारा मन की स्थिति होगी, वैसी हमारी श्वास होगी. और याद रखिए, द ब्यूटी इज, जैसी हमारी श्वास होगी, वैसी हमारी मन की स्थिति होगी. तो अगली बार जब आपको कभी गुस्सा आए, व्हेन यू आर अपसेट और यू आर एंग्री, or you are disappointed, frustrated, whatever negative emotion that you are passing through, so in that moment, what you do, just observe your breath. अपनी श्वास को देखिए. और जब अपनी श्वास को देखेंगे, तो ब्यूटी इज, जब आप श्वास को देखेंगे तो आपको मालूम पड़ेगा कि आपकी श्वास इरेटिक है, हफेजार्ड है, उथली पुथली है. लेकिन जैसे ही आप श्वास को देखना शुरू करेंगे, आप देखेंगे कि आप धीरे धीरे करके आपकी श्वास स्टेडी हो जाएगी, स्थिर हो जाएगी, लंबी हो जाएगी, गहरी हो जाएगी. और जैसे ही आपकी श्वास का पैटर्न बदलेगा, आप ऑब्जर्व करेंगे कि आपकी जो मानसिक स्थिति है, द मेंटल स्टेट दैट यू आर इन, विल ऑल्सो अंडरगो अ चेंज. So that is the second most precious asset that the Almighty has given to every one of us. I do not have to really say and emphasize any further as to why this breath that we have is so precious. तो क्या करना है हमको?
Sure.
बहुत कुछ ज्यादा नहीं करने की जरूरत है.
Sure. Yeah.
दिन में सुबह और शाम, whenever you get time, for about 10-15 minutes, just do nothing. take deep long breath in and लंबा गहरा श्वास लो और लंबा गहरा श्वास छोड़ो. इतना ही करना है 10-15 मिनट के लिए. बस खाली जितना लंबा गहरा श्वास ले सकते हो लो, और उसको जितना लंबा गहरा छोड़ सकते हो छोड़ो. Just do it for 10-15 minutes twice a day, and I'm sure gradually you will have developed the habit of deep breathing, and you will realize that your mental state has undergone a complete change. In case if you are experiencing any psychosomatic ailments, so what are the psychosomatic ailments? They are nothing but mind related problems. So arthritis, spondylitis, migraine, hypertension, cholesterol, sugar. Now what are all these? These are nothing but psychosomatic ailments. मीनिंग व्हाट? मीनिंग जो हमारी ब्रेथ है और हमारा जो शरीर है, उसका जो कनेक्शन है, जो सिंक्रोनाइजेशन है, वो ब्रेक हो गया है. And that is why we have all these problems. So the moment you start taking deep breath and practicing breathing as I've suggested, automatically the synchronization between the mind and the body starts happening. And all these psychosomatic ailments that you may have or somebody may have experienced or may be experiencing, they will start
Perfect,
disappear.
perfect.
They will
So
start disappearing.
more curious, sir, to know now the third and the fourth.
Yes. So the third, of course, I think someone mentioned very rightly. The third is the power to think. Power to think. Now, this is again the most precious asset that we have. Now, what this power of thinking is, and again, more often than not, most people never use their power to think. What happens? They are facing a difficult situation, and the moment they are facing a difficult situation, what they do, they tend to break down their thinking. वो क्या करते हैं? वो प्रॉब्लम के बारे में सोचने के बजाय they break it, and the moment they break it, they become angry, they become frustrated, and all that happens. So power to think is, there are problems in the world. There are problems in our life. But remember, every problem has a solution. The only thing is it has to be found out. And how it is to be found out? It can be found out only through one thing, and that is our power to think. So whenever you and I have a problem in our life, what we need to do, keep on thinking about it, keep on thinking about it. And I'm sure the more you, and when I say keep on thinking about it, I'm not saying think about the problem. I'm saying keep on thinking about what can be the solution for the problem. And that is where, the out of box thinking starts happening. Typically, we all are programmed to behave in a particular manner. And when we start, when we break that pattern with which we are programmed to think, and when we think outside that program thinking, and that is what is out of box thinking. And that out of box thinking will happen only when you're using your power to think. And that is
Perfect.
that is what the power third asset. And the fourth asset, of course, every one of us know, and that is the 24 hours in our day. तो हम सभी की जिंदगी में वही 24 घंटे हैं, वो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी हो, या भगवान कृष्ण हो, या राम हो, रहीम हो, बुद्ध हो, महावीर हो, जो भी दुनिया में हुए हैं, वो सबके लाइफ में वही 24 घंटे हैं। कोई भी ऐसा दुनिया में पैदा नहीं हुआ कि जिसके एक घंटे में एक दिन में 24 घंटे से ज्यादा रहे हो, या एक घंटे में 60 मिनट से ज्यादा रहे हो, नहीं। एवरी वन ऑफ अस हैव द सेम 24 hours in our day. How long and how meaningful, purposeful life we would live will depend on how do we use these 24 hours. And remember, there's a connection between the body and the mind. So when we maintain our body well, when we take care of our breath, remember, our efficiency, effectiveness, creativity, constructiveness, proactiveness, all that multiplies tremendously. And as a result of that, वो जो 24 घंटे हमारे दिन में है, बाय डिफॉल्ट वो 24 घंटे का हम बहुत अच्छा इस्तेमाल करना शुरू कर देते हैं. And
Right.
so this is how these four assets are, which
So,
I have
thank you. I think
mentioned in my book,
wonderful.
You Are a Born Winner.
Wonderful. So the four assets, we'll always remember this: your body, the breath, the mind, and the 24-hour time which everybody has.
Yes.
One needs to be aware, and then one needs to maintain the body, be fit, do the breathing exercise so that there is alignment between the mind and the body. Then the power to think positively or look at solutions then problems, and then it's the time, 24 hours. How do we effectively use the time management, whatever. I think that's great. So one is couple of questions only before Deepak takes over, is how does one become aware? And let's say a lot of people are even aware of a lot of things, but how do they accept and acknowledge and then act on it? So awareness is one, acknowledging it, accepting that there is a problem or this is what needs to be fixed to become more efficient, and then acting on it. So that's what. And again, how do you convince the current generation, especially there was a question on the chat by Mr. Sansgiri. So how do you convince the current generation that they need to act on this? And an interrelated question is, you've been to so many countries and have taught so many people over the world. Is India better in terms of awareness, acceptance, action, or is there something that we as Indians lag behind the world?
I think Abhijit bhai, this again, I think a very good bundle of questions. extremely precious, extremely precious. So let me answer your last question first. Having traveled all over the globe, uh, two things that I have realized. Two things that I have realized. So, having traveled the globe, Abhijit bhai, what I have, I realized, two things I have realized. और वो जो चीज है मैं क्यों बताना चाह रहा हूँ, बिकॉज वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है हम सभी के लिए। क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता है कि यूरोप के देशों में, अमेरिका में और नॉर्थ अमेरिकन कंट्रीज में लोगों की थिंकिंग डिफरेंट है। वन थिंग दैट आई हैव रियलाइज्ड, नंबर वन, as far as the spiritual knowledge is concerned, India is absolutely unmatched anywhere in the world, because it is only in our country, हम भारत में ही हैं, जो हम बात करते हैं वसुदेव कुटुंबकम। पूरी दुनिया में कोई भी ऐसा देश नहीं है जो कि वसुदेव कुटुंबकम की बात करता हो या पूरे विश्व को अपना परिवार मान के चलता हो। पूरी दुनिया में ऐसा कोई देश नहीं है। दैट इज वन थिंग दैट आई रियलाइज। सेकेंड थिंग व्हाट आई हैव रियलाइज्ड, एंड दैट इज वेरी वेरी कोर टू एवरी वन ऑफ अस, कि पूरी दुनिया में जो पेरेंट्स हैं, वो पेरेंट्स की जो साइकोलॉजी है एकदम सेम है, एकदम सेम है। सब लोगों से के साथ में इंटरेक्ट करने के बाद मैं एक चीज को बहुत अच्छी तरह से समझा हूं कि हिंदुस्तान में नहीं बल्कि पूरी दुनिया में जिस दिन एक आदमी पिता बनता है या जिस दिन एक स्त्री माँ बनती है, उस दिन से वो पुरुष या वो स्त्री, from that day they stop living for themselves and they start living for their children. And that is not only in India, it is the world over. It is the world over. So the concern and the love and the affection that the people have for their children is same all over the globe. The emotions that parents have all over the world is same all over the globe. Spirituality, adhyatma, of course, that the depth the depth and width that we have in this country, which is again completely unmatched, and uh, and that is why we are known as Vishwa Guru. Vishwa Guru. Now, coming to your first question as to how people should become aware or why people are not aware. Now, there are two things in this. Number one is karma. So, when I say karma, that means when we, अब जब हम हमारे शास्त्रों को पढ़ते हैं तो हमारे शास्त्रों में 3 तरह के कर्मा का जिक्र किया है। तो हमारे जो कर्मा है, एंड अब देखिए कर्मा की जब हम बात करते हैं तो हम माने या ना माने, but that is what it is. That is what it is. There are 3 kinds of karmas. So the first is karma is known as Kriyaman karma, and second karma is known as Sanchit karma, and the third karma is known as Prarabdh karma. So in brief, क्रियमाण कर्म का मतलब क्या है? क्रियमाण कर्म का मतलब है कि आपने आज कोई कर्म किया और उसका रिजल्ट आपको तुरंत मिलता है। सो लेट्स से यू हैव, आई मीन जस्ट एज एग्जांपल, कि आपने देर रात को खाना खाया और बहुत स्पाइसी और ये इस तरह का खाना खाया। सो दैट इज द कर्म दैट यू हैव डन, and you have an immediate result that your stomach is upset next day. So that is known as Kriman karma. This is just example that I am giving to you. Or let's say for example, घर से बाहर निकलते समय बच्चों से या पत्नी से या पति से कुछ हल्का सा कंफ्लिक्टिंग डिस्कशन हो गया, ये कर्मा है। और आप दिन भर महसूस करेंगे कि उसकी जो नेगेटिविटी है, यू एक्सपीरियंस इट थ्रू आउट द डे। सो दिस इज अ क्रियमाण कर्मा। एंड देन यू हैव अ संचित कर्मा। सो व्हाट इज संचित कर्मा? संचित कर्मा इज कि आपने कर्म किया, उसका आपको तुरंत बेनिफिट नहीं मिलता है, उसका तुरंत इफेक्ट नहीं मिलता है, उसका इफेक्ट होने में थोड़ा समय लगता है। तो लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल आपने आम का पेड़ लगाया, तो आम का पेड़ अगर आपने लगाया तो आपको तुरंत आम नहीं मिलेंगे। इट माइट टेक यू 6, 7, 8 years बिफोर यू स्टार्ट रीपिंग दी मैंगोज फ्रॉम दैट मैंगो ट्री। सो दैट दोज आर योर संचित कर्मा। यानी कि संचित कर्मा वो कर्मा है जिनके वो कर्म है कि जिनका फल आपको शरीर छोड़ने से पहले मिल जाता है, मिल जाता है। अब क्या होता है कि कुछ कर्म हमारे ऐसे होते हैं जो कि हम जब शरीर छोड़ते हैं उस समय तक वो कर्मों का हमको फल मिला नहीं है, यानी कि वो कर्मों का पौधा बड़ा हुआ नहीं है। तो वो जो कर्म है वो कर्म जाते हैं हमारे साथ हमारे अगले जन्म, एंड दैट इज नोन एज प्रारब्ध, दैट इज नोन एज प्रारब्ध। सो रिमेम्बर, पूरी दुनिया में कुछ लोग गरीब पैदा होते हैं, कुछ लोग अमीर पैदा होते हैं, कुछ लोग हेल्दी पैदा होते हैं, कुछ लोग अनहेल्दी पैदा होते हैं, कुछ लोगों के शरीर में इन्फर्मिटीज होती हैं। सो रिमेम्बर, इट इज नॉट हैपनिंग एक्सीडेंटली इन दिस एग्जिस्टेंस। ये पूरे अस्तित्व में कुछ भी एक्सीडेंटल नहीं होता है। एवरीथिंग वॉट एवर इज हैपनिंग इन दिस एग्जिस्टेंस इज हैपनिंग by by a design, by a design, and that design is based on the karma that we do. So a question may come to the minds of everyone: कि does it mean that people are there to are here to suffer for infinity? No. The Parampita Parmeshwar also gives us something which is known as viveka, यानी कि परमेश्वर हमको एक टूल देता है और वो टूल उसको बोलते हैं विवेक। ये विवेक क्या है? सो रिमेंबर, अगर किसी ने अच्छे कर्म किए हैं तो उसको अच्छे फल मिलेंगे। अगर किसी ने बुरे कर्म किए हैं तो उसका जो सॉफ्टवेयर है, जब वो इस धरती पे आया है तो अपने साथ में पुराने बुरे कर्मों को लेके आया है। बुरे कर्म यानी कि क्या? बुरे कर्म यानी कि वायरस, यानी कि उसके सॉफ्टवेयर में देयर आर लॉट ऑफ वायरस। नाउ डज इट मीन कि परमपिता परमेश्वर हम जिसको बोलते हैं, he wants those people to live their life in misery? And if the Parampita Parmeshwar wants those people to live their life in misery, then why we call him Parampita? So remember, Parampita, he says that the karma that you have done, you have to face the result of those karma. But I am giving you a tool, and what that tool is Viveka. Viveka. And Vivek, please remember, it's not merely a word, it is a mantra, it is a force. क्या मतलब है? मतलब ये है जस्ट बी अवेयर। तो जैसे हमारे कर्म हैं उसके हिसाब से हमारे जीवन में घटनाएं घटेंगी, और हमको क्या करना है? हमको अवेयर होके कि भाई ये जो मेरे साथ हो रहा है, इट इज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ समथिंग रॉन्ग दैट आई हैव डन इन द पास्ट, एंड आई हैव टू bear the fruit of this that past karma. And therefore, now instead of it complicating it further, use your viveka. Viveka meaning what? It has come and it will go. It is not going to last forever. So you just have to be a witness, साक्षी, दृष्टा, ज्ञाता। वो भाव से आपको उसको देखना है, तो फिर वो घटनाक्रम निकल जाएगा। एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स, एज यू कीप ऑन प्रैक्टिसिंग दिस, द पास्ट कर्मास उनकी निर्जरा होती है। दैट मीन्स जो पास्ट नेगेटिव कर्मास हैं, जो जो वायरसेस हैं, उनकी क्लीनिंग होती है। एंड देन यू रीच टू a state of mind where there are no such viruses on your chitta, and that is where you start experiencing the bliss and the ecstasy and the happiness that we talk about actually. तो इसके लिए अभिजीत भाई कि कैसे अवेयर हो, तो देखिए परमेश्वर हमको मौके देता है हम सबके जीवन में। और जब मैं बोलता हूँ हम सबके जीवन में, तो मैं दुनिया के सब लोगों की बात कर रहा हूँ। तो परमेश्वर हम सबको ये मौका देता है कि हम ये रियलाइज करें, हम ये एक्सपीरियंस करें, हम ये महसूस करें कि जो हम कर रहे हैं वो गलत है। अब वो ये जब कोई भी इंसान गलत काम कर रहा है तो उसको मालूम है कि वो गलत कर रहा है।
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
And that is where he has to trigger कि he has to use his विवेक, कि अगर मैं अब तक गलत किया हूं इसलिए ये पोजीशन में हूं, अब और गलत करूंगा तो आगे भी और ये महसूस में फेस करना पड़ेगा। तो अब मुझे क्या करना है कि मुझे ये कर्मों के जो जो कंटिन्यूटी है उस पर ब्रेक लगाना है। सो यूज योर विवेक। सो जब भी हम कुछ गलत करते हैं तो हमें तुरंत हमारे अंदर बैठा है जिसको हम कॉन्साइंस बोलते हैं, वो तुरंत हमको बोलता है अरे ऐसा मत कर, ये गलत है। अब उस समय हमको क्या करना है? उस समय हमारा जो परमेश्वर का दिया हुआ फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म है, वो फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म ने हमको बोल दिया कि ये गलत है, ये मत कर। अब हमको क्या करना है? हमको विवेक का इस्तेमाल करना है उस समय पे कि नहीं यार ये गलत है, तो ये नहीं करना है। और जैसे जैसे हम इस तरह को इसको प्रैक्टिस करते जाएंगे, वैसे वैसे हमारा कॉन्साइंस मजबूत होता जाएगा, और हम हमारी लाइफ के ऊपर कंट्रोल करना शुरू कर देंगे, बजाय इसके लाइफ कंट्रोलिंग अस. आई होप दैट आंसर्स द
Perfect,
क्वेश्चन, Abhijit
perfect.
bhai,
So
that you have
what
asked.
I think I use the word ethical awareness or making sound decisions with the right discernment of what is right and wrong. Perfect. Deepak, over to you.
So one or two things, I also use a few of what Pramod has said in my presentations. I'll give you that one example of you are a born winner. And in a training room full of people, 20, 30, 40, 50 people, I ask them, how many of that you are born winners? And there is an interesting slide which is coming up next. And very few people raise their hands. Then the slide says, you know what? You won your very first race in life. You were the fastest sperm. From 300-400 million sperms, you were the one who won that race. And that is why you were born. By that alone, by that thing happening alone, all of us are winners. Out of 400 million, 399.999 million went away, and you were the one who finally made it through, who finally was born. Some people, have their mouths open. Some people are thinking, ye kya bol raha hai? Some people are wondering what is going on, but then it strikes. So born winner is something which we were all born with. However, society, conditioning, school, teachings, that changes our lives. It is said that I was born brilliant, but education ruined me. Your views, Pramodji. Since you have done so many courses and certifications and given so many exams.
Yes, I think very nicely put, Deepak bhai. Very, very nicely put. So, typically, in my view and what I have experienced, life is really speaking very simple. Life is really speaking very simple. We make it complicated. We complicate it actually,
Yeah.
and we complicate it with our lack of awareness. With lack of awareness, and when I say lack of awareness, that means the goal that we need to pursue. And the goal that we need to pursue, unfortunately or incidentally, that itself is not known to the people. And since that goal that the people need to pursue, they are not aware of, and that is where they are doing the things, that they should not be doing, and they are not doing the things that they should be doing. So, as you have very rightly said, I also ask a question in my training sessions, and I ask them as to what do you want? Do you want to be happy or do you want to be rich? तो मैं सबसे पूछता हूँ कि भाई आप क्या चाहते हो? आप हैप्पी होना चाहते हो कि आप रिच होना चाहते हो? So most people, of course, would answer that they would like to be rich, and some smart people would say that they want both. They want both. Now the problem is both. The clarity of the goal is must.
Yes.
95% of the people that you would see are constantly driven by one single goal, and that is how to become rich.
Yes.
And in that pursuit, of becoming rich, they are not even thinking how. So they want to
Yes.
become rich by hook or crook.
Yes.
And that is why you would see the 99% of the problems that the world is facing today.
Yeah.
Not only today, the world has been facing since the beginning.
Yes.
Is all because the people's misconception about their goal, and that
Yes.
is becoming rich.
Yes.
So please remember, I'm not saying that we should not dream to become rich. We should,
Yeah.
of course. We
Yeah.
should, of course.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I always tell people, that earn money, earn wealth. इतनी वेल्थ कमाओ, इतना पैसा कमाओ कि अडानी, अंबानी, मित्तल और वॉरेन बफेट ने मिलके भी ना कमाया हो, उससे डबल पैसा कमाओ, इतना पैसा कमाओ. बट डोंट मेक मनी the end of your don't make the money the end. Money is always a means to achieve the end,
Yes.
and the end ultimately is the happiness.
Yeah.
So ultimately, what is that you are driven by? Are you driven by an urge to be happy, or you are driven by an urge to be rich? So until the time you are driven by an urge to be rich, it is impossible, or rather, I should not say impossible. It is almost next to impossible to experience the happiness, because you are changing your goal every day. You know, your goal
Yes.
post is a moving goal post.
Yes.
लखपति, जब तक लखपति नहीं था, लखपति बनने की तमन्ना थी. लखपति बन गया तो करोड़पति बनने की तमन्ना है.
Yes.
करोड़पति बन गया तो अरबपति बनने की तमन्ना है. अरबपति बन गया तो खरबपति बनने की तमन्ना है. और खरबपति बन गया तो ये तमन्ना है कि बाकी के लोग मेरे से ज्यादा पैसे वाले ना हो, तो
Yeah.
सबसे ज्यादा पैसे वाले बनने की तमन्ना है.
Yes.
सो पैसा कमाओ, लेकिन पैसे को जिंदगी का मकसद मत बनाओ.
Yes.
पैसा कमाओ और पैसे को अच्छे कामों में लगाओ.
Yes.
So if you are earning to use that money
Yeah.
for bringing happiness in the lives of others,
Yes.
the happiness will come in your life automatically.
Yes. Yes.
So that's number one. And number two, if you pursue the happiness, the wealth comes automatically.
Yes.
तो पैसा तो आना ही आना, जहाँ खुशी है वहाँ पैसा आना ही आना है.
Yeah.
वहाँ पैसा नहीं आने का कारण नहीं है. So खुश रहने के लिए क्या करना है? खुश रहने के लिए 4 एसेट दिए हैं परमेश्वर ने आपको, उसका इस्तेमाल करना है. कैसे इस्तेमाल करना है? बढ़िया से बढ़िया. आपका शरीर है, आपकी श्वास है, आपके 24 घंटे हैं, आपकी पावर ऑफ थिंकिंग है. ये चारों चीज का बढ़िया से बढ़िया इस्तेमाल करिए. किसके लिए? सो एज टू ब्रिंग स्माइल्स ऑन द फेसेस ऑफ अदर्स. तो जब हम इस पर्पज से ड्राइव करते हैं अपने आप को कि औरों के जीवन में खुशियां कैसे लेके आए, तो देखिए, जब मैं औरों के जीवन में खुशियां लेके आ रहा हूँ, तो वो खुशियां कहीं ना कहीं मेरे पास में से होके ही निकलेंगी.
Yes.
So automatically I am going to be immersed in that happiness.
Yes.
So this is, Deepak bhai, I would respond to your question.
Yes. So we have 1 or 2 questions from the chat, and Mr. M.K. Sansgiri had put up one question, and he has also put up a reminder. He says that, when we age, there comes a time when we understand all this beyond a point. You have lived through life, you have lived through experiences. How do we sell this experience? How do we put this experience into the mind of today's youngsters, especially as we call them nowadays, Gen Z? जेन जी के पास टाइम नहीं है. जेन जी पूरा दिन मोबाइल फोन पर है. जेन जी को रील्स देखना है, और जेन जी को सब कुछ जल्दी करना है. पैसा भी बहुत जल्दी कमाना है, रिटायर भी बहुत जल्दी होना है, उसके बाद क्या करना है पता नहीं. सो हाउ डू वी कन्विंस जेन जी वन टू स्लो डाउन एंड टू लर्न फ्रॉम दिस एक्सपीरियंस?
बहुत बढ़िया सवाल है, बहुत बढ़िया सवाल है. बिकॉज सही बात है कि देखो क्या है कि अगर गलत रास्ते पे हो, कितना भी अपने आप को भुला लो, एक ना एक दिन बात समझ में आती है कि भैया रास्ता गलत था. ओनली प्रॉब्लम इज कि अगर अवेयरनेस के साथ में रहोगे तो जल्दी समझ में आ जाएगा कि रास्ता गलत है, गलत रास्ता है. तो अगर समय से समझ में आ गया कि रास्ता गलत है, तो रास्ता बदल भी लोगे. लेकिन अगर समय लगा दिया, देन यू रीच टू अ पॉइंट कि ये बात तो समझ में आ जाती है कि भाई गलत रास्ते पे थे, पर यू टर्न लेने की कैपेसिटी नहीं होती है. एंड दैट इज वेयर द लाइफ बिकम्स इवन मोर मिजरेबल. समझ के लीजिए कि आई व्हेनेवर आई एम मीटिंग एल्डरली पीपल, आई एम ऑलवेज क्यूरियस टू know as to what their experiences are and how do they feel about the life. And the sum and substance of that discussion is most people live their old age in regrets for 2 reasons. Number one, they did not do what they should have done, and number two, now they can't do anything about it. So, and which is even worse actually. So you are right. The problem of it is not the problem of Gen Z. दीपक जी, मैं आपको बताऊं कि ये जो terms है ना, Gen Z and all that, ये परमानेंट टर्म्स हैं. तो जब हम लोग उनकी उम्र के रहे होंगे ना, तो उस समय हम भी Gen Z ही थे एक्चुअली. तो खाली वो क्या है, वो टर्मिनोलॉजी चेंज हो जाती है, बाकी सब कुछ सेम ही रहता है. सो द थॉट प्रोसेस इज जनरली सेम. सो अगेन द जेनजी का भी यही है कि ये जेनजी को सही रास्ता दिखाने में मे बी आवर जनरेशन हैव अ बिगर रोल एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी.
Yes.
तो इट्स नॉट दैट कि हम उनको जाके बोलेंगे वो तुरंत मान जाएंगे, ऐसा नहीं है. पर हाँ, जरूर उसमें कुछ ऐसे लोग जरूर होंगे जो इस चीज को समझने के लिए तैयार होंगे, और हो सकता है वो
Yes.
हमारी बात को मान जाएं. कुछ लोग फेंस पे बैठे होंगे, और जो लोग फेंस पे बैठे हैं उनको अगर जाके हम ये सब बताएं तो हो सकता है उनमें से कुछ लोग वो फेंस से एक साइड से निकल के दूसरी तरफ चले जाए. दैट इज व्हाट इज द पॉसिबिलिटी इज.
Yeah.
एंड thirdly is ultimately all of them would realize one day or the other, because there is no option that no. जब दुनिया से लोग जाते हैं तो पूरी तरह से अवेयर होके जाते हैं. So no one leaves this world without awareness.
Yes.
Only problem is they should have lived the life in the awareness. It is only they are leaving the world in the awareness, because this life is gone. So वो अवेयरनेस का कुछ फायदा होता नहीं है.
Yes.
तो जेनजी का यही है. जेनजी ऑल्सो नीड्स टू बी अवेयर कि ठीक है, जल्दी पैसा वाला बनना है, अच्छी बात है, लेकिन इट इज ऑलवेज गुड टू ग्रो in a systematic manner rather than in a haphazard manner. So अगर वो कहते हैं ना कि बहुत ज्यादा जल्दी अगर ग्रोथ होती है तो उसके भी प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं, because then there are challenges of erratic growth as well. So the
Yes.
growth also has to be systematic, and that is what perhaps our education system, our management education system, our corporate world also need to take that responsibility
Yes.
to make sure that the Gen Z is given the right kind of values
Yes.
through trainers and the resource people like all of us
Yes.
all over the globe. That is what they should do.
Yes, wonderful. Let me bring in Payal just now. Payal has a set of questions which she calls rapid fire. And you know what? There are so many questions, and some of them are really, really sometimes difficult to understand and sometimes difficult to give an answer to. And it will contain a lot of takeaways from what we have been discussing in the last 1 hour. So over to you, Payal.
Thank you so much, Deepak sir. Namaste, Pramod ji, and namaste
Yeah,
to our audiences.
Namaste, Payal ji.
So before I start my rapid fire questions, I have one question to ask you.
Mhm.
What does winning truly mean beyond money and titles?
What is, can you repeat the question
What
once again,
does
please?
winning truly mean beyond money and titles?
What is benign truly means beyond title and
Beyond money and titles.
money and title? Okay. See, if in my understanding, if you have to be benign, you have to forget the money and the title. If your focus is on the money and title, in my understanding, difficult to be benign.
Thank you for sharing. So now I'll quickly start the rapid fire round. Morning routine or night owl?
Morning routine. Morning routine, and I know it's a rapid fire question, but let me add you. आप आपका सुबह का 1 घंटा अच्छी तरह से मैनेज कर लो, आपके 23 घंटे ऑटोमेटिकली मैनेज हो जाएंगे. So it's the first 1 hour that you have to manage well.
Book that changed your life?
There are many of them. Gita, of course, is one of them.
Mentor or self-learning?
Both.
Risk or stability?
Both.
Money or meaning?
Money or?
Meaning.
Meaning first, money follows.
Discipline or motivation?
Self-motivation, which comes through discipline.
Biggest strength?
Being aware of the value of this life that we have and ensure that we live a life which is truly meaningful, purposeful, for the benefit of everyone.
One habit you swear by?
Taking care of my body and mind.
Failure or regret?
Neither. Failure is a positive lesson of knowing as to where you need to spend more efforts. And regret, of course, is past, and past is bygone is bygone. So no regrets.
Yoga or gym?
Okay. So interestingly, Payal ji, मैं आपको बताऊं कि मैं कभी जिम नहीं किया मेरी लाइफ में. Not even once I have been to gym. So I'm not saying by any means that one should not go to gym. I have been a practitioner of yoga, meditation, and pranayama for about last 25-30 years. And plus, as I mentioned in the beginning, I do running, I do cycling, I do play squash, I do play golf, I do trekking. So जिम और योगा अगर आप मुझसे पूछें तो मेरा दूसरा आंसर ये होगा, करिए कुछ तो भी करिए. योगा करिए, नहीं तो जिम करिए, दोनों में से कुछ तो करिए.
Very beautifully said, Pramodji. ESG or profit first?
If you take care of the ESG, profit will follow in multiples.
Cycling or marathon?
Both. कभी साइकिलिंग, कभी मैराथन. एक दिन साइकिलिंग, एक दिन मैराथन.
One word for leadership.
Be a giver.
Your legacy in one line.
Whatever that I have written, I have shared, I have been sharing. Actually, it is not my legacy. It is what I have got, and I'm just going to pass it on. Maybe in bigger in size, or so that is what is my legacy.
Pramod sir, do you truly believe everyone in this room is a born winner? And if yes, what should they start doing tomorrow morning to prove it?
So number one, not 1000%, infinite percent. I believe everyone, not only in this hall, but on this entire earth, is a born winner, without any doubt. Now, one thing what every one of them should start doing from tomorrow, not from tomorrow, from today. I'm sure most of you are doing it already. In case some of you are not, just become aware of your 4 assets: your body, your breath, your power to think, and your 24 hours in a day. Resolve that you will make optimum use of these 4 resources, not for the benefit of you alone, but for the benefit of everyone around you. And that is what is all needs to be done. And the life, Payal ji, is so simple. इतना अगर कर लिया ना, तो बाकी expansion फिर automatically होता है.
With this, we wrap up our rapid fire questions and our 294 Bloom Talk Show. Right, 6 weeks from now, we are going to celebrate a 300 episodes. So stay tuned for more surprises from the Bloom team. And thank you so much, Pramod ji, and dear audiences, for coming here, being here present, and giving your valuable time to us.
Yes.
Thank you. God bless us all.
Thank you, Payal. And Amit Kothari is not here. Otherwise, he would have reminded ki Gana kidhar hai. You have to sing a song. So from the Qawwali, and he mentioned about Alexander. There is this line. There is this verse from the Qawwali which says, याद रख सिकंदर के हौसले तो आली थे, जब गया दुनिया से दोनों हाथ खाली थे. So whatever you do, whatever you plan, whatever you design, in the end, all of us will leave behind everything. Why not leave behind a legacy? Why not leave behind learnings? Why not leave behind experiences, so that the next generation and the generation after that can get inspired and motivated from the way you lived your life. Thank you, everybody. See you next Sunday on the 295th Sunday Bloom Talk Show with another guest, another 1 hour of learning and more learning and sharing and caring with everyone. Bye. God bless us all.
Thanks to all of you. Thank you, Deepak bhai, Payal ji, Abhishek ji, and thank you, Abhijit ji, and thank you, everyone. बहुत धन्यवाद. बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you.